What's going on, YouTube? It's the Backyard Gardener coming to you on July the 8th, 2016 with the garden update since I've done the compost tea about a week ago. So I'm going to show you the results after the fact. This is my brandy boy, and it's already started blooming fruit, tomatoes. This is my Sweet 100. It's got a lot of tomatoes on it. My strawberries. I just clusters of strawberries on here. And then we have my, see how it filled in my cucumber? Straight A's have filled in really good. Still have a lot of flowers, but yet I do have cucumbers that have pollinated and coming in on them. And they're constantly, and I do mean constantly, growing. And I'm constantly training them up the trellis to go up. So for me, this compost tea really is working good. Here is my blackberry bush. I don't know if you can see it because the sun is in my eye. I'm sorry for all the shade shots, but I've just noticed, oh, that's a cucumber trying to come over here, but I just noticed, I have to do some tying, that I have strawberries. I thought it was raspberries, but I have strawberries mixed in this bed. But see how all these shoots that came off of this blackberry bush? If you go back to my video, you'll see how it was just one little stem. And finally, my pole beans are vining up the trellis. And this was struggling. And they're doing really, really well. We had a real heavy rain last night and a thunderstorm. It knocked over some of my tea garden. But that's okay. My raspberry bush is doing great. I got little buds coming in for my strike bush beans. They're doing really beautiful. I'm loving this drip irrigation system. It's really helpful in many ways. Even my raspberry bush, just like you said, one of my subscribers said they're resilient, they'll come back, and it's doing just that. So it's filling back in real nice. Over here, this is from the storm, where one of my plants, just the trellis got knocked over. But look, I've already got red tomatoes. Just a bunch of tomatoes, and this is the Better Boy plant. Over here is my banana peppers, and will you take a look at those beautiful peppers? Those things ready to harvest. Over here is my beef steaks. I have clusters, hopefully you can see, of tomatoes on here as well, growing in big. This is my new addition. Now I went out and I bought me the Detroit red, sweet red beets. I ordered from a sustainable seed company because I love beets, not just because they was called Detroit. And I planted these on the 1st. The day is the 8th, and the seeds have already germinated. So I'm excited about that. Getting these beets because I'm going to pickle them. And they're going to be excellent. I already got my jars ready. This is where some things got knocked over from the storm. It was a bad storm, but it didn't really. This is about the 3rd time I started this video. But as I was saying, the storm only knocked over my little makeshift table, and it wasn't the sturdiest thing in the world. But we had some heavy winds and some hard rains. My tea garden did survive. But the only thing, my plant, that one plant that I had for the strike bush bean, the pot cracked. Other than that, everything over here is standing up really great. This is my pepper plants. I got bell peppers on here. I have even more on the red one, and they're like in clusters, really big clusters. So they're doing great. Lemon balm is looking great. Mulberry bush is doing great. And if you look over here, my watermelon patch is showing out. It's doing very good. I've always grown the watermelon patch in the half barrel, so I kind of knew what to expect with that. And I'm happy for it. I got about 8 baseball size watermelons on here already, like so. Over here is my blueberry. Now, you know how we do those table to garden blueberries? Well, my fruit haven't been making it to the table because we just been picking it off of here, and people will come visit my garden and I allow them to pick a nice sweet blueberry off. That's doing really, really well. Here, this is my muskmelon patch. 4 plants, remember? Go back to the video. 4 plants, and look at the foliage on that. So, compost 10 is working for me. It was a different type of compost tea. It was a super grow, and it's doing it. I have a lot of flowers on here. I haven't seen any fruit yet, but I have a lot of flowers, and the bees are constantly out here pollinating. This thing is even growing up on my blueberry bush. So I'm really, really happy with this. It's really nice foliage on here. This is sweet. No, this is the brandy boy. I finally got fruit on here that's coming in. It's doing really good. Trying to keep that bottom pruned, keep that air circulating. Strawberries. These are some of the sweetest strawberries that I've ever grown. Very sweet when they ripen up. So those haven't been making them in the house for too long, just to get rinsed off. That's it. Here is my straight 8s. They've filled this trellis up. And remember, these vines are heavy, so I have to do a little bit of training them up and tying them a little bit to help them. But just look at the foliage. And I have a lot of cucumbers that's coming in on here. So I'm extremely happy with that system, period. Here is my sweet 100. It's doing great. Finally got the tomatoes on here. So that's doing good. Now this is my blackberry bush. Remember, I just had that one stem. Now that stem has grown up and over. It's grown out. This way. It's doing really good. The strawberries that I planted in here are doing really well. They're producing lots of fruit. And these, like I said, are some sweet strawberries. Finally, my beans. I was concerned with these. They're climbing. Look at there. Look at there. That one almost about 5 feet up. Because I'm only 5'4" myself. I probably gave myself an extra inch. I normally do. But look at this. It's growing. And I'm really thankful for that. The flowers is coming in. So that means we're going to have some beans soon. Over here is my raspberry bush. It's showing out. These are some of the sweetest raspberries as well that I've tasted. Well, these are the only raspberries I ever grown, but they're pretty sweet. So here, my strike bush beans are doing really, really well. They're producing flowers, and some of them even have some beans on them. They're starting to grow. One of my subscribers said, don't worry about that bush burning. It was I probably put too much nitrogen or something in it. It'll come back, and it's truly have been doing just that. It's been coming back, so this is a resilient bush, and I thank that subscriber for those words of encouragement. Here is my better boy. I got so many tomatoes on here. I even got a red one that's ready to be picked down in there. Over here, look at this banana plant. That has really, those are ready to be pulled off. It's doing great. And the same thing with my beefsteak. Look at the size. I'm gonna try to get in here. Look at the size of those tomatoes. That's my hand. That's a pretty big tomato. I'm not seeing any bugs so far in my garden. I'm super thankful about that because y'all know I'm scared of bugs. Over here is my new project. I don't know if I said it in the first clip and I had to retake this video so much, but this is my Detroit red beets. And I love beets. So these are supposed to be red sweet beets. I planted these on the July the 1st. And look at that. They already germinated. So I'm happy about that. People, I'm really loving this drip irrigation system that I got. One of the subscribers put out a video about his garden, and he said he likes to water his garden, and so do I, because when you hand water, you do get an opportunity to see what's growing or what might need attention brought to it. But it's still really nice to be able to, on those days you don't feel like coming out here, because it's been hot here. We haven't, last night was the first time we got some good rain in 4 weeks. So I'm really thankful for everything that's growing in the garden. You can see my grass is quite dry, but my plants are real lush because they've been keeping on a schedule. Sometimes I'll come out here and give them an extra 20 minutes in the evening because it's been so hot in the day. And everything is looking good. So this is your backyard gardener coming with the gardening update of everything that's going on in the garden. Again, haven't had that bug issue yet. It's, you know, I'm knocking on wood that I don't have it this year, but I'm going to be completely transparent with the good, the bad, and the ugly of gardening. And so far, the good has outweighed the bad. And hopefully it'll continue like that for the rest of the season. It's your backyard gardener saying happy gardening, everybody.